Hey guys, it's Craig back with another Game of Thrones reaction. Today we will be watching the dreaded 1-9. Yes, once again, I've already seen this. If you have not seen all the way through of Game of Thrones, do not watch my reactions because I talk about spoilers and all that, and I don't want to spoil anyone, so don't do that. Also, another quick announcement, I have a Patreon, and I do polls and discussions on there, so if you join for just $1 a month, you can do the polls and discussion, and I will talk about them throughout each video in each episode. I'm just gonna start Game of Thrones, so there's gonna be a poll on there after this episode, so you can put your opinion in and talk about it and all that. And I have a giveaway right now, and I'm giving away an autographed picture from any Walking Dead member of your choosing. So if you like The Walking Dead and you want an autograph from one of the cast members, for $1 you can enter into the contest, and that all the information for that is also on my Patreon. So you can do polls and discussions and have chances to win awesome prizes, which the one I'm doing right now is, of course, an autograph, a personalized autograph from a Walking Dead cast member. So it's pretty exciting, and I think there's only 1 or 2 people in it right now, so you have a really good chance. So go do that, click the link down below, and with that being said, let's get into this reaction.
Can you free me from this bed? I could. But will I? No. As I said, I'm no hero. What do you want? Tell me. No riddles, no stories. Tell me, what do you want? Peace.
How long before they take his head? We need to cross the Trident, and we need to do
about
Just march up to his
40
gates
minutes.
And tell him you're crossing.
Father, please.
I need lessons in courtesy from you, bastard.
Your mother would still be a milkmaid if I hadn't squirted you into her belly.
So gross.
You swore an oath to my father.
Oh, yes, I said some words. And I swore oaths to the crown, too, if I remember right. Joffrey's king now, which makes your boy and his corpses to be nothing but rebels, it seems to me.
I guess.
Is your brother Rob? What? What about him? He's heading south. To war. All his bannermen have rallied to his side. They'll keep him safe. I should be there.
When the fighting is done, you will marry one of his daughters.
Whoops.
Whichever you... Not if you want to cross.
Yep.
Then I consent.
Yeah, didn't really keep your word on that one, Robbie.
Sooner or later, in every man's life, there comes a day when it is not easy. A day when he must choose.
Yep.
And this is my day. Is that what you're saying?
It hurts, boy. I know.
You do not know.
Oh yeah, he does.
No one knows.
When I heard they had killed my brother's son, and his poor son, and the children, even the little children.
Who are you?
My father was Micah,
I have goosebumps.
the first of his name. My brother Evan reigned after him when I had refused the throne, and he was followed by his son Aerys, whom they called the Mad King.
You're Aemon Targaryen.
You must make that choice yourself, and live with it for the rest of your days, as I have.
When the battle commences, you and your wildlings will be in the vanguard.
The vanguard? Me and the tribesmen on the front lines.
They do seem rather ferocious.
Tywin.
He will die tonight, Khaleesi.
He can't. Why would I run? I am Khaleesi, and my son will be Khal after Drogo.
This isn't Westeros, where men honor blood.
Yeah,
Here
nope.
they only honor strength. They'll be fighting after Drogo dies.
Whoever wins that fight will be the new Carl. You won't want any rivals. Your boy will be plucked from your breast and given to the dogs.
I won't.
Yep. Yeah.
Bring him back to me.
Let's go, Jorah. Yep. Iron suits might make you slow, but it keeps you safe.
My father brought in my wife and gave her to his guards. He paid her well. Silver for each man. How many whores command that kind of price? He brought me into the barracks and made me watch. By the end, she had so much silver that the coins were slipping through her fingers and rolling onto the floor.
He was born lucky.
I'm alive. You're alive. Did we win?
We wouldn't be having this conversation if we didn't.
We could end this war right now, boy. Save thousands of lives. You fight for the Starks, I fight for the Lannisters. Swords, lances, teeth, nails, choose your weapons. And let's end this here and now.
If we do it your way, Kingslayer, you'd win.
Yep. He's smart enough to know that, I
Not
guess.
doing it your way. What is to be done with this traitor, Your Grace?
My mother wishes me to let Lord Eddard join the Night's Watch. Stripped of all titles and powers, he would serve the realm in permanent exile.
But they're the soft
But
hearts
they've the
of
soft
women.
hearts of women. So long as I am your king, treason shall never go unpunished. Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
Making sure Arya is safe. It doesn't get easier. It does not get easier. Game of Thrones doesn't mess around. They will kill everyone you love. So long, Ned. R.I.P. Sean Bean, you die in everything, damn it. Okay. First thing I want to talk about is the first scene that we see is with the conversation with Ned and Varys. And Ned says, you know, you think you care about my life. I learned how to die a long time ago. And it just particularly irritated me because Ned and Catelyn seem to have this unawareness, or maybe they just don't even care, or they don't think things through, that their decisions affect more people than just themselves. When Catelyn took Tyrion, she put her whole family at risk because they're in the capital with a bunch of Lannisters that are in power. And Ned was like, I can die. And then Varys is like, what about your daughters' lives? Do you care about them? Like, they just don't think stuff through. A lot of the Starks don't think anything through. Robb kind of has that too with him, but he makes some good decisions, and then obviously he makes the bad ones, which I'll go right to that actually. He agrees to marry Walder Frey's daughter in order to pass, and he, like Jon said in season 7, when everyone starts lying, words don't mean anything, and I have my word, when he tells Cersei that he cannot pledge his loyalty to her because he is with Daenerys. So it's just kind of things like that. But Robb, he said, yeah, I'll marry one of his daughters, and he backs out of that, and he doesn't keep his word, and that's what ultimately kills him, because Walder decides that he's been pissed on enough by the Starks, and he takes the Lannister side, kills her, kills him, kills Catelyn, and kills all their men. So Robb, like I said, Robb, Ned, and Cat sometimes don't think everything through at all. Jon and Aemon, they had a very good scene. It gave me goosebumps after seeing it multiple times from reactions and watching the show the first time. And Jon's just like, you know nothing, and he reveals that he is in fact a Targaryen. And Jon was kind of taken aback by that, and it's a very good scene because, you know, he was just saying, he's like, look, Jon, you have to decide what you're going to do, but you did take your vows to be a man of the Night's Watch, and whatever you decide, you have to live with it for the rest of your life. So that's a very intense scene. I have Robb, keep your word. Obviously, we already talked about that. Tyrion tells his story to Bronn and Shay about the awful, awful encounter he had with his first wife, and how his father made him watch her fuck all his men. Tywin's fucked up, man. He's a scary dude. That actor, whatever his name is, I always forget it. He knows how to command the screen. He hasn't really gotten screen time yet, as much as he does in the later seasons, but even just the little scenes he has in this season he just commands. He commands. He is Tywin Lannister, and it's so fun to watch. Even though the guy's awful, you still like him. Well, I guess I like him. Likes it. I don't know what I love to hate him. There we go. But it just shows you how much disdain Tywin has for Tyrion, and how he does not care for Tyrion whatsoever. I mean, he did that when he was 16 years old. He's making a fight in the front lines, hoping he's going to die. And obviously we all know many other things happen with Tywin and Tyrion that once we get there I will talk about. But Tywin just tries to kill Tyrion at any turn he can. And Tywin always knows how to manipulate situations into getting what he wants. It's an art. He mastered that art of manipulation. Robb. Now, the first time I watched it, I was like, yes, go Robb. That was a smart plan. But then when you really sit back and think, you're like, he just killed 2,000 people, you know? Not himself, but he sent 2,000 people to their death, you know? So, it's just kind of like, yikes, that's a lot of people to get one guy, but it's war, I guess. But a lot of people tend to want to label people good guys or bad guys in shows, but with Game of Thrones, you can't really do that because everyone has done things right and done things wrong. And that was a big one. A big wrong right there. 2,000 people dead. So, yeah. Then, of course, we have the final scene of Ned meeting his death. Joffrey is a fucker. That's all I have to say. Oh my god. Cersei, like I said in the earlier ones, no one believes that Cersei will keep her word, but I totally believe Cersei would have let him go to Night's Watch. I totally believe it. I believe it. And in fact, so join my Patreon for $1 a month. You can enter the polls and discussions, and I'll talk about it in my next video. The poll is there's going to be two. I want to do two. The first poll is going to be, if you were Robb, would you send 2,000 men to their death in order to obtain Jaime Lannister? It's just going to be yes or no, and then you can comment your reasoning why. That's going to be the first poll, so go on there. It's $1 a month, and it helps me out a lot, and you can enter in to win the autograph, blah, blah, blah. And the second poll is going to be, do you believe that Cersei would have let Ned go to to join the Men of the Night's Watch? Yes or no, and then comment why. Do it. Blind Wave does these polls. I thought it was very interesting. I wanted to do it, so I want to hear your opinions. Once again, it's just $1, so, and I want to hear what you want to say, and it supports me, and there's cool perks. Click the link down below. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's awful how the whole first season, you know, Ned's honorable, and he's all about honor and all this stuff, and he dies telling a lie. It's very ironic and sad and awful. But yeah. This episode sucks. It really does. But a lot of good stuff happened. I'm kind of a little thrown off. I didn't think I would be this sad after seeing it multiple times, Ned being beheaded, but it hit me again. So I think I'm just going to end the discussion here once again. Go do those polls for $1 a month, and I will see you next time.